We can almost start with citing a person that you both know very well, and that is we're living in weird times. Humans use that expression when they cannot place certain things within a context. And then they use these kind of terms. And we can guarantee you that the tendency to make this kind of comments will only increase. Because you're living in a time where those who are sensitive, and we put emphasis on that, those who are sensitive will feel movement, different energies, things they can't place, things they can't understand. And as a consequence, there are all kinds of experiences like feeling tired, there are even some physical problems. All of that can be brought back to one issue. And that is that human beings have not learned properly to allow things to flow through. And this is not in any form or shape a critical comment. It is a description of the way your educational system works. A system that has a tendency to make you adaptable for the system in which you're growing up, and not for becoming who you are. And you know all that, but even although you know that, that doesn't mean it immediately changes things for you. It is something like a mental concept that you have, but it is not a concept that you use in an active way throughout the day and throughout your functioning. Because it would make you uncomfortable. It would make you unsure about what to do and how to do it. Because one of the things that is very important for human beings is having the feeling that they have a certain level of control. That they have a certain level of predictability. So that they know that they can more or less prepare themselves. Well, if you truly go with the flow, there's no need for preparation. There's no need to know. Because in each moment you flow with what is. And looking at mankind from our perspective, this is not what they are doing. Some rare exceptions, and often not even permanently. So that creates situations that you are experiencing as uncomfortable, experiences as weird and strange, and whatever terms you try to describe to explain or help you to explain, help you to understand why you're not feeling optimal. And from our perspective, it is because there is not enough light shining into your system. You cannot see. When things are dark, you cannot see. And there is a lot of darkness which in the way of describing it is there where light is insufficiently shining. And you may feel who we are because we have not introduced ourselves, but of course we are your unicorn friends who are helping you to bring literally light into your system. And you can call that purity or clarity or simply light, because we resonate very strongly with light. Also because for us light is a certain type of consciousness, a certain quality of consciousness. There is always light. Don't think there's ever no light. There can be diminished light, and the light can be diminished in such a way that it seems to be dark. But there's always the possibility to allow light to shine into every little corner of your beingness, of your mind, of everything, of your total beingness. And that is how you will begin to make changes. As you begin to understand, light and consciousness go hand in hand. If you can allow more light to come in, you allow more consciousness to come in, and you allow flowing energy to go through you. We are very aware that the way we can stay in this world, in this deep connection with light, is because we have found a way to stay connected with our, you can say, home consciousness, the essence of our species. Something that all human souls, to a large degree, have lost. And that's why you're wrestling. You're wrestling because you have lost the way to bring in your true light. And that is what you're beginning to learn. And that is why there are an increasing number of beings saying, well, we see the first signs that it's going to change. Humanity is going to change. It will individually and ultimately also collectively allow more light to come in. And with more light, we means higher vibrations, which also means more consciousness, which also means more awareness. That amount of consciousness that you can work with. Both of you, and everyone who ever may listen to this message, belong to the group of people that are opening themselves increasingly for the light. But it is also not necessarily comfortable. Your whole system is adjusted to function in the way that seems to be in alignment with the world you live in. And you can say that's a truth, because all of you function within this world to the best of your ability with more or less success. But also prevents you from true flowing, because you have to adapt yourself to society, to the group of people that you are related to friends, to family. And it all means that you're continuously adjusting instead of allowing to flow. And that makes you increasingly tired in a time when new energies are coming in and are inviting you to flow differently through life. And immediately we can almost hear every person who is listening to this asking, but how do we do this? And somewhere you know the answer, but you missed the training. It is going to your heart again and again and again, and then again and again. Training to go to that only part of your system that can help you and guide you to learn to flow instead of trying to deal with, trying to, in a sense, control life, which is what minds are doing. The time to set a clear intention of, I choose to flow with the love from my heart, seems to be like a new agey type of thing. No, it is the essence. It is the essence from which we invite you to learn to live. And there are many beings, and definitely we are willing to support you with that. That's the true change. The change that belongs to this time. That at the same time makes that some people feel, uncomfortable, as if they are not fitting properly in their skin anymore. Yes, in a sense, that's exactly what it is. Your spiritual essence does not fit in the skin of your physical system in the most optimal way, because that physical system with its own mind doesn't allow that spiritual essence to express itself through it. And that's the tension. That's the tiredness. That's the wrestling. And the more you understand that, and even though you have heard it maybe many times before, you will never hurt to say it again and again in different ways, because that will invite you continuously to actually train yourself to do it. And here we are, willing to shine our light through you, so that the light that we shine becomes your light, your own light. But now you may still need us and others to help you with connecting with that light. In the same way as there are external guides to help you to find your internal guide, there are beings of light outside of you that help you to find your inner light. And that, you can say, is our all. All 6 unicorn species and one coming have all the same function: to allow the light to shine, your light to shine in the many different vibrations and frequencies that exist within you. We are here. We are excited. That's why we share. That's why we come forward. Because humanity is changing. May not seem to be when you look outside to what's happening in this world. Actually, it seems to get worse. But you can say that the worse is the resistance to that what is inevitably going to happen. Light is increasing. Open yourself for it, so that you don't have to go through the heaviness of the transition process. But begin to feel more the joy, the happiness, and the beautiful amount of love that's connected with that process. Every time we have the opportunity to share, we are excited. Excited to bring in through, yes, it seemed to be words, but with the words comes the energies. And if you are willing to open yourself for it, there will be more light inside of you. We invite you to do one important thing. Through connecting with your heart, allow your light to shine out into this world. This world needs it. We thank you for having this opportunity to share this with you.